What is going on, lunatics? There's a whole lot of things that have been happening in the last 24 hours. Basically, it's just cripple fights everywhere. You've got influencers fighting with other influencers. You've got validators who are on the L1 chain crying on Twitter about, I'm not going to be on it anymore because I think, and just going, okay, look, each one of the major tokens have gone through these moments before. So we're going to look at the charts. We're going to talk about that towards the end. And then we're just going to stop crying about it because, Jesus, listening to a bunch of babies whine, it's debilitating. And it's not a great look. But listen, it's just Twitter. It's not real. So let's get into the price action. Guys, you can see right here that we've got this little chop going to the side over here. And a lot of people are now pointing out that we're in this wedge pattern. Well, we broke out of this wedge and got rejected on this little upward trending line over here. We weren't able to get over. This is the 200 EMA, and we just haven't been able to pump across it. We keep getting rejected on it. And we really need to get over there if we want to see like a big lift. But what we're seeing otherwise is we're seeing this chop action going to the side right here, which probably lends itself to some more of this, then maybe some of this going up, because you can make an argument that this trend line right here is one of those wedges for a breakout. But that does invalidate everything that happened over here, which probably isn't true. If anything else, you're looking at maybe a wedge pattern going that way. And it's all subject to a breakout one way or another. And the most likely scenario right now is that it breaks to the upside. Now, the important thing is coming back down. Are we using this 18 as a support? And are we going to come around into here? And then are we going to do this and continue on that path? And I think yes. So I'm going to leave this out here for a couple days so that we can come back to it and we can talk about it. And we can see, was Believes right or was I close to right? Because I don't know that this is going to maintain itself. I'm starting to get concerned that this upward sort of trajectory might just be a little bit too much right now. But Classic is down, basically just hovering right at that $1 billion marker, $125 million volume. We're still just maintaining a decent sort of volume. It's just not translating into upward price mobility of the way that we've seen on some of the other tokens, where Gala's up 200%, Cadina's up 150%. We haven't seen that kind of price action. But on USDT, the same thing. What we're looking for really is we need an announcement of the repeg. We just haven't seen it yet. But what we did have was we had an announcement that KuCoin will support the Terra Classic LUNC network upgrade. We've got that LUNC staking just reclaimed 13%, which means that our staking volume still remains fairly high. Not huge, but remember there's a 21-day out, so it does take a little while for you to get out of it. So that is a good amount of people who are invested in seeing it stay there for just a little while. But now here's what should be really exciting right here, because what you're seeing here, this is called the L1 sprint, and this is what the developers are doing. What's ready is the impact analysis on upgrading CosmoWasm, mechanism to prevent spam, upgrade handlers to utilize software upgrade governance proposals, and research updating of canonical version of Tendermint. These are the things that had to be upgraded in order to get back to a working. Then you have the in progress, create the Agora governance proposal, Zulu split CW20 bonding contract testing, upgrade the IRC denomination whitelist, and development, payment process, and compliance reporting. In review, you have IAVL, I don't know what that is, implement Oracle support in Cosmos, and then cleanup container over here. And then you have the backlog. You have create finder for testnet, create Agora governance proposal in MEV/Tendermint, tax rate, and then assess the viability of using co-advising the future chain upgrade, Cosmo Visor for future upgrades. So what you see is a whole lot of progress. Now, you don't see the big things, but you see a bunch of little things that are going to add up to very big things. And that should excite you tremendously, because that's what we are looking for. That lets you know that there's a lot going on. It's at L1. Now, let's move on to the other portion. PFC. In L1, sends out a tweet yesterday and says, I don't want to be part of it anymore because I prefer, and then just starts to whine. And look, here's what you have to realize. Every day, no matter what, there's always going to be somebody crying about what you do. Those people are called crybabies. And sometimes they're going to be professional. Sometimes they're going to be not professional. Sometimes they're going to be just disagreements that elevate themselves because there's real money or potential for real money involved, or there's some strong-willed people who have an opinion of what they think the right way to do. And listen, all of that is just window dressing. At the end of this, every single crypto that's in the top 50 has had moments where people have lost their minds, that move on or accept things the way that they are, or work to change things to make them better. It's always the nature of it. The situation is this: Twitter, it just gives people a voice so that they can cry. So what you should do, and I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what to invest in. I'm just kind of showing you charts and stuff like that. Here's what you should do. Stop listening to little bitches crying. When you start to see it, just ignore it and move on. And when you say, well, it's footing my bag. No, it's not. Not really. Because only a small percentage of people are on Twitter crying about shit every day. Don't worry about that. Don't put merit to what they're doing. Just turn the other cheek, move on, point at them, and laugh because they're acting stupid. It's not financial advice. My name's Bleeves. I am always right. And we will talk to you guys again very soon.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world. I want to be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl.